We grow, we love, we learn through music. And it's fitting to say music parent on Mother's Day as we watch these incredible young people grow. It is the last time my children, oh boy, will perform together. I have a senior and a junior. And I watch all of those senior friends that have developed through the years and their last time. And I'm so proud and so grateful. And what most of you don't know is they also helped my son get a prom date last week. So thank you. So now I'm going to stop and present the award because Tiffany told me, boy, it's Mother's Day, I'm tired. Let's go. So I told you I was going to do that. I am here to present two $200 scholarships to music camp to two very incredible young people. Will you please come forward, Maddie Cornels and Cassidy Freund.
We have such great support in not only our music parents, but also our Band Boosters organization. And I want to thank them for everything that they've done this year. The carnations that recognize the seniors are actually purchased by our Band Boosters, and they were pinning that's not bad. They're pinning the roses on students, the carnations on students before the concert tonight, which is in some ways very symbolic because they've always been there. Every step of the way this year, that group, that committee, those volunteers, and I know that I'm speaking to many of you in the audience, has really, really helped not only myself, but also Chris Barnes, to focus on making music and focus on teaching. And that's such a great thing that we have here in the school district, and tremendous support from both of those organizations. Anything that you can do to help them, whether it be volunteering even a couple hours of your time on a Friday night at Fruth, you know, for some of you parents who have students graduating, they still need people to flip burgers, and it's a good time. And same thing, we would never turn a parent away from helping out with the marching competition just because your child has graduated. And it might be a good way for you to stay connected too. So thank you to those organizations for all they do, and a round of applause for them. There is really no way that I can capture all of the accomplishments from the students sitting behind me. And that holds true not only for music, but in all other areas of their life. We look at information and how different things create success in individuals. And it's one of the things that we know through research that studying a musical instrument is one of the best things that you can do for cognitive development, for social development. And we don't need all the highfalutin research for that. I just simply watch kids on a daily basis. And I watch the students behind me go through their work with a certain level of confidence, a certain level of just kind of playfulness that I think is going to serve them well throughout life. If you look on your program, I tried to recognize just some of the accomplishments that we've had throughout the year. Students that were involved in the WSMA, either band or jazz ensemble. Students who earned exemplary soloist awards at Solo Ensemble this past year. Here's one. Students, if you were involved in State Solo Ensemble, please stand up. Okay, you can sit down. And specifically to this senior class, the amount of work that they've done all 4 years has been tremendous. And there's one thing that has really stuck out with this senior class, which I think is really impressive. They are going to start getting award after award after award starting this week as we look to the senior awards night on Wednesday, and then we go into the senior music banquet as well. But one of the things that I have been wanting to highlight, this senior class has been working hard, particularly for those who are going on into music and are earning music-specific scholarships. And at risk of leaving anyone out, because I know that there's a lot of students behind me who have earned scholarships not related to music, and for that they will be recognized on on Wednesday evening. I do want the students who have earned music-specific scholarships to college to please stand up. I am not going to release individual numbers because I don't want any one of them to get mugged afterwards. But collectively, those 4 students that have stood up have actually earned $84,000 worth of scholarships to college. The work that they do is important. The work that they do is very, very important. And I'm struck by an anecdote that a music professor walked into his class one day and said, you know, I need you to approach the work that you do just as serious as if you were doing a residency in the ER. Because at some point, when you are studying medicine, you are going to have to save someone's life in a pinch. And you need to reflect on all of your training, all of your compassion, and you need to do your absolute best because there are families and children and people who depend on you. You need to focus on music the same way because you have no idea whether you're playing in a dingy bar, a beautiful recital hall, a concert space like this, when someone comes in and the weight of the world is on their shoulders. And the only thing, the only refuge that they have is in the beautiful art that you are making. And certainly I think that these students behind me create art with that sort of passion and urgency and humanism, and it has been an absolute pleasure for me for the past 4 years to be a part of that for these students. So one more round of applause for them. And now our seniors, and if I would ask that you hold your applause till the very end, and we will recognize all of them at the same time. Seniors, if you could please stand up and stay standing up. Percussion player, could you please wave when we get to you, all right? Rita Richardson on piccolo. Daniel Pappenheim on oboe. On bassoon, Patricia Burkholz. Clarinet, Savannah Bertram. Jenna Sheridan. Marley Burnham. Alyssa Saba. And Michaela Rubels. On contrabass clarinet, Liz Stanchfield. Alto saxophone, Sidney Lumens. Tenor saxophone, Bryce Mitchell. John Haas. And Sabrina Riedinger. Baritone saxophone, Zane Miller. Trumpets, Sam Jewett. Keegan Sponholz. Hunter Reese. Hannah Prowitz. On trombone, Grant Pettick. T.J. Vandergritten. Connor Williams. On euphonium, Jacob Volstead. Tuba, Stephen Spidell. Percussion, James Lindstrom. Flute, Lizette Reyes. And what I love about Lizette is she's going to make it known if I screw up. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, please applaud your band swap seniors. Hunter, I bet you didn't think that you'd actually, the prenatal, he did not see it coming and his eyes have never been wider. That's awesome. We do give one award, the John Philip Sousa Award. Every school, if they would like to, every high school in the country can actually give this award to one outstanding senior. We have students in our top 2 bands vote on this award, and they're asked to look at things like punctuality, things like attendance, dedication to the program, overall musicianship. And this year I did something different. I didn't print it off, but I did ask students to give a comment on why they voted for that particular senior. And there was a lot of seniors that got votes for that. One of the things that did stick out to me for this senior was the amount of people who talked about this student going above and beyond to help them personally. And I think that that's really, really important. the art of giving back and the idea that being a leader, being a musician, also means giving back to the people around them. And so I do want to recognize at this point in time our John Philip Sousa Award winner, Sydney Lumens. This feels awkward because she wasn't in her chair and she's kind of sitting back there, kind of tapping your foot like, we're taking that away from you. So, Hannah Prowitz.
Hey, Mr. Barnes, can you come down here, please?
Alright, so as everyone's moving, so last week I was down in the band department, and I was on my way out. I'm like, oh, I have to ask Mr. McVeigh a quick question. And I was talking to some of my friends outside of his office. They're like, oh, you know that conversation is going to turn into a 10-minute one, and he's going to start using metaphors and bringing Albus Dumbledore quotes and everything. Because that's how it normally is when you go and talk to Mr. McVeigh. Us seniors, I think a lot of us have gone to him about whether it's music stuff or personal stuff, or just something that's happening in the classroom. And he's always someone that you can count on to give you advice and support with any decisions that you have to make or anything that you have questions about, whether it be about life or about music. And we just want to thank you for all the wonderful wisdom that you have given us over the past 4 years and for just being a strong support system for us.
Thank you. Okay, I don't know where I don't know where Mr. Barnes is, so oh, hey, buddy. Okay, so I was gonna write something out, but in the spirit of talking about Mr. Barnes, I feel like I should really embrace him and just kind of go with the flow and just kind of go with whatever comes out. But no, really. Okay, so he is one of the most bubbly, fun people to be around. He's always someone that you can go to if you need to joke around, and you can always joke around with him. I don't know. I guess we're really thankful for all the opportunities that you brought for the brass players here at Fond du Lac. So thank you.
I contacted all the seniors and we put together a calendar. No, I had a PowerPoint, but the computer adapter thing didn't work with my computer. But each section has a month, and we had a little bit of fun with it. And we did a couple group pictures in there, and then we incorporated pictures from Boston. But if you guys want to display the calendars a little
This is
bit.
great. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I love the first picture, but because it's Chris and I. He's got his trombone like Rambo, and somehow I have a flute.
It's from the yearbook. It's
very cool. We should probably display this flutes, putting suntan lotion on. Marching band, it's SPF 50. Marching band in the fall, this is awesome. Team pictures, very cool. In October. The weight of band on James's shoulders. I know you trust me, you don't want to see that one. Trumpets with their dogs. I love dogs. James behind the tree, which is spectacular. February. I'm going to talk about saxophones in March. Fantastic, because that's my birthday. That's right. Boston, which is awesome. In April. The bases embracing Star Wars, because it's May, of course. May is we have June, we've got all the seniors in here too, so it is very, very cool. We'll leave this out for you guys. Oh, I missed a month. Clarinets. Clarinets in July.
And then they had a box in each bag, and in the box was letters that us seniors wrote, some of us did, about our favorite memory or our favorite quote that they've said, or the past couple of years, or just a thank you letter for all that they've done for us and all that they've given to our band department. So,
Oh, we're not reading these?
probably not.
Thank you.
McVeigh and Barnes have been our support system, but we also have mothers that have been our support system. And throughout all of these years, you guys have been there for us. You went to our auditions, went to our concerts, listened to us play in 5th grade when all we did was squeak. Sometimes I still squeak, you all know that. So we are ever so more grateful for you, and we couldn't have done it without you, so we want to honor you right about now. Maybe in like 30 seconds when we pass the flowers out. So, yeah. If we could bring the house size up just a little so we can find our mothers. Thank you. Wait, can I?
Your mother?
Your mom.
Oh. Mother. You don't know the mother. Yeah. Short one. Hi, TJ. That's all I can see. You're so nice.
I love you. Stop crying.
Alright, I guess everybody's doing these speeches and cute quotes and stuff, and it's my turn now. Hi everybody. There's something that struck me around marching band season, winter pep band season. McVeigh had said it because as we were handing out flip folders, he said, marching band, you guys have priorities, so you all get your own, but everybody else has to share. There's a handful of sections that have to share flip folders, share music, and in winter pep band season, that can get kind of dicey. Because all of a sudden somebody shows up, it's like, oh, my buddy never gave me the flip folder. Crap! And that's kind of surprising that I remembered that, because if anybody knows me, sometimes I can't even remember what happened the day before. But, anyway, so this kind of was an idea, but I'll be hanging out afterward. Any money that we get as donations is going to go in this little bucket. It's going to go towards flip folders and flip folder pages and music for next year, because I don't want anybody to have to like go through the panic of, oh crap, I don't have a flip folder. Because that's terrifying. So yeah, if you see me afterward, yeah. Thank you.
We are going to play our last selection. Before we do that, I'm going to get these instruments kind of working again and tune the band up real quick. This last piece has been a bear for us, and that's not code for anything at all. It's a major work, new work for band, very modern sounding. It's a piece that really takes you on an emotional journey, and I think a lot of students and myself are just really excited to present it for you. It is entitled A Short Symphony for Band. It's two movements, and both of them are very dramatic in nature. There will be a slight pause in between the movements, but don't kill the vibe. Just sit on your hands straight and that wait till the very end. We're going to warm up in tune, and then it'll be David Maslanka's Give Us This Day.